What is up, everybody? Welcome
Hello.
to Hope 30 Live. All right. It is so good to have everybody getting on. And when you're getting on, if you wouldn't mind down in the comments, letting us know where you're coming in from and whether you're watching us live.
Yes.
Because do you know what Nicole likes?
What?
Nicole likes to know if you're getting the full energy of Dr. Jim and Nicole live, or you're watching it on the replay. But either way, tonight is going to be really, really awesome. We have a very, very special Hope 30 Live for all of you tonight. Tonight, you're going to learn something. All right? You're going to learn a major part of your weight loss journey, because we understand, we truly understand what it's like to want to lose weight, to not feel like you're where you want to be.
Hi there.
Yes, I saw Miss Donna today.
Oh, you did?
I did. It was wonderful.
You're lucky.
I was lucky. So we know what it's like to feel like you have, like you want to do something, that you're not happy with how you feel, you're not happy with your weight, and you want to do something. And we also know what it feels like to have tried so many things. And how many times do you try something?
Hey, Beth.
Hey, Beth, live
She's at the beach
from Topsail. I love it. I went to Topsail Island when I, like 13, 14, 15. My best friend in North Carolina, they had a family place there, and we went there long before it was cool. And it was not always the best place for two 15-year-old boys to be, because there's like nobody else there when we would go.
I think it's the best place for
well, now that I'm older, I would have loved it. But anyway, so we know that many of you have probably tried a number of things. And you know what a lot of these programs do? At the end of it, you often are left feeling frustrated. And a lot of times you feel like a failure. And the reason you feel like a failure is either you were unsuccessful in your weight loss to begin with, or you lost weight, but then you gained it all back long term. So tonight, we are going to teach you sort of the 5 keys to successful, fun, fast, fun, and sustainable weight loss.
That's what's important.
All right? Because that is the key. Because if number one, that you fast, fun, the key there is sustainable. Because what that means is once you lose it, you're going to be able to keep it off forever. And we have 5 major keys that we have determined in our own journey and our path of helping over 4,000 people through the process of weight loss and keeping it off. These are the things that we have learned, and we want to teach them to you tonight. And we are going to shamelessly tell you exactly how Hope 30 fits each one of these criteria for your weight loss journey. Okay. So the first number one. There we go.
I've got a visual.
Here we go. We do have some sides.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, close your eyes. Hold on.
Just get off of it.
All right,
go back
hold
here.
On.
There we go.
This is live, y'all. How do we do it? I don't know how we do it.
Hold
well,
on.
Now we're live. I feel like we can click it. That's okay. We'll just go through it.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right. We've got a few things to talk about. That's all right, y'all. Hold on. It's not moving.
It's the only slide.
Okay, we'll start talking, and I'll take care of it.
So a few problems with our beautiful slides that Nicole spent today working on. So there's a couple important things. There's 5 main things, and I'm going to hit them right off the bat. All 5 of them.
Scoot over to the middle, and I'm going to go. Technologically fix this.
All right.
You start chatting.
Okay. So there are 5 main things that your weight loss program needs for it to be fast, fun, and sustainable. Number 1 is it absolutely must be simple and easy to follow. Now, do you know how I know that? Well, because I've tried a bunch of programs, and I'm sure you have too. And you know what? I don't think you should have to do advanced math to be able to lose weight. I don't think you should need a calculator or a slide rule or an abacus. You shouldn't need to have to use an app or a calculator to figure out your macros and some really well, I've got to multiply this, divide this by 2 times 10, and that's how many calories I can have today, or that's how much fat I can have, or that's how many carbs. It's too complicated. Or you've got 1,001 choices of healthy foods you can choose. And the truth is that it's too complex and it's too all over the place, and it makes it very, very difficult to be successful. So if you have done a weight loss program before and it was so complex and there was so much all over the place that maybe you didn't lose the weight you wanted to, or you gained a whole bunch of it back, it's just because it was too complicated. So if you want to have successful weight loss, it needs to, it needs to be simple and easy to follow. Listen, I talk all about science and I'm really into the science of weight loss, but you know what? When it all clicked for me it's when we took all that really complex science and we whittled it down to, let's just do this simple thing that incorporates all this complex science, but the actual application of it, the actual doing it, is so simple and so incredibly easy. So how did we make Hope 30 super simple and super easy? This is when we would have had this really cool slide for all of you. But yeah, it's coming. I'm going to show it to you because it was awesome. But basically, in Hope 30, we make it super simple and easy, right? The eating style is so simple and easy to follow. You are going to eat a meat, a vegetable, and a fruit for lunch and for dinner. Okay? That simple. Do you know how? Because then you go, okay, well, what meats and what vegetables and what fruits? We give you 3 separate lists. All right. We give you a list of all your protein choices. We give you a list of all your vegetable choices, and we give you a list of all your fruit choices. And all you do, oh, hold on there. Oh, look at her. Look at Nicole in the nick of time, baby. So this is what you do. You literally are going to get a list, and right there, it's going to be point 1. You're going to pick from the meat list. And by meats, it can be, it's all kinds of proteins, chicken, fish, eggs, all kinds of protein choices, cottage cheese. You're going to say, I'm going to pick something from the meat page, something from the vegetable page, and something from the fruit page. I'm going to eat that for lunch. And then at dinner, I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick something from the meat page, something from the vegetable page, and something from the fruit page. And that's what I'm going to do for dinner. You do that for 30 days, you're going to be incredibly successful. But here's the thing. It's simple and it's easy to follow. You know exactly what to do. Pick one thing from each for lunch and for dinner. If you can do that, you can follow Hope 30. And what's great is that becomes the launching point for how you can do this for life, because you now have a foundational eating style to build your lifestyle around. Okay. So the very, very first thing that you have to do is you need something that is simple and easy to follow. Okay. That's number 1. Now, number 2 is it needs to be customized and individualized to every single person, right? Because one of the things that's really unique, have you ever done a program in, maybe you and a bunch of friends were at work and somebody said, hey, we're going to do paleo. We're all doing paleo. We're all going to do South Beach. Hey, everybody's doing keto. Whatever it is, and maybe 4, 5, or 6 of you all decide you're going to follow the same diet at work. And at the end of like a month, everyone else lost 20 pounds and you lost 2 pounds, right? And you're like, I don't know. Everyone else said they felt great. Everyone else said they had great energy. Oh, my energy was awful. I was starving all the time. I had headaches. Nothing worked. Well, that is because you are as unique as your fingerprint. We all have this incredibly unique fingerprint, and all of our bodies are unique like that. Our genetics are unique. Our metabolisms are unique. Where we're starting from. We have a saying in Hope 30 is that we're all running our own race, but we're on this journey together. So we do all do Hope 30 together, but we all are starting from a different place. Some people are severely insulin resistant. Some people are on tons of medications. And some people have been dieting for 20 years and they just have 5 more pounds they're trying to get off. So the truth is in order for a weight loss program to be successful and for you to be able to keep the weight off long term, it has to be individualized and customized to each person. So because here's something that I want you to know. I'm a nerd when it comes to weight loss. I have read, you name the book about weight loss, going back to like, what was that called? Something for Life. Then there Fit for Life. Then there was Eat Right for Your Blood Type, and then there's Sugar Busters. You can go back and you can go South Beach. You can go Atkins.
Hi, y'all, I'm back.
You can go through all of the things, and I've read all of those books. And I can see we got Beth on, and we got Don, and we got a couple other people on right now. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, these are awesome people, but your name was not in that book, right? That book was not written specifically for you. And that is a huge part of the problem. That book was not written specifically for you. So it's not going to work for everyone exactly the same way. So how did we fix that in Hope 30? Well, we've taken the best of everything eating style and the best of everything fixing broken metabolisms. And we've stacked all those stacks together to make what I consider the perfect foundational plan. All right. So everybody starts off eating the meat, vegetable, fruit, lunch, and dinner. Simple, right?
Yep.
Simple, easy to do.
Yep.
But what we is we have something that we call the adaptive response eating style. Now, what that means is you're going to start off eating the foundational way like everyone else. Now, for most of you, probably 85% of you, it's going to be like, boom. It's going to be like like taking off in a rocket for weight loss.
Right.
It's going to be fast. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be, and you're going to get within 3 or 4 days, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not hungry. I feel great. I'm dropping pounds. My joints feel better. My energy's up. Like, this is awesome. But you know what? There's going to be 15 or 20% of you who are like, ooh, I don't know. Like, I'm
getting different results.
Yeah, I'm getting different results. And now you might be like, well, yeah, I'm on blood pressure medications. I've got adrenal fatigue. I have a low thyroid. I have autoimmune conditions.
You're coming to the table with some other things.
Right. So you have a bunch of these other things. So then guess what you get to do? Our adaptive response eating style, you are going to reach out to me directly.
Yep.
And you're going to be like, this is what's going on. And then I might ask you some more questions. And then I'm going to tell you, this is how we're going to change how you're eating. All right. I've had people that I have completely, like, their eating style on Hope 30 looks nothing like anybody else doing Hope 30. Right. I mean, it's got the same foundational concepts, but we have to apply it in a completely different way for them because they have these health concerns, these genetic difficulties, these metabolic issues. And so if you want to be successful, listen, if you just follow every weight loss program, every one-size-fits-all canned weight loss program that's out there, if you just do, this person's book or this person's app or, well, I heard this person say you should do this. And if you try it and it doesn't work for you,
right,
I don't want you to feel like a failure. All right.
It happens every time.
Every time. Because listen, there is always 20 to 25% of the people that don't get results on certain diets and certain eating styles. And that is because they don't fit your issues the way they're supposed to. We will mold we will adaptively respond to the eating style.
Yeah.
You are going to try it. We're going to see how your body responds. And then we will adapt through the process. Now, where does this benefit you? Well, it benefits you in your fat loss. It benefits you in whether you're hungry or not. And it benefits you ultimately when you plateau. Yeah. Because guess what? How many times during a weight loss program before have you plateaued and you got stuck and you got frustrated and then you just threw the baby out with the bathwater and said, well, the heck with this. This is dumb.
Right.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Just bail.
But because we have an adaptive response eating style, when you plateau, we will change up what you're doing to help you break through that plateau so that you can get to the next step. So key number 1, is for it to work, it needs to be simple and easy to follow. You're literally we give you 3 separate lists. You're gonna eat your protein, your vegetable, and your fruit for lunch and for dinner.
Granimals of food.
Granimals of food. It's super simple. But number 2 is for you to be successful, you need it to be customized and individualized to you. All right. It's what is your best eating style for you and your metabolism. And guess what? We have an adaptive response eating style in Hope 30, which allows your body we can change the eating style to match up with your specific metabolism and get the most out of your program. Now, key number 3, this is one of the most important ones, and I often think one of the most overlooked ones,
yes.
which is you must get fast and noticeable results. Now, I want to just tell everybody that I'm going to blow a myth out of the water tonight. So many people say, well, I don't want to lose weight fast because then you just gain it all back.
Right.
No. That's not how that works. All right. The reason why people say that fast weight loss doesn't work is because most people that lose weight fast are not fat burning. They're just dumping a bunch of water and they're losing a bunch of muscle. So the second that, they get done their detox tea program or their shake program that caused them to pee 500 times a day. And once they stop doing that, they just gain it all back because it was all water weight.
We know this because we've done it.
Yeah,
okay?
Right.
We've done it.
We know exactly what happens. But guess what? If you can shift from being a sugar burner to being a fat burner, and then you can burn a lot of your own body fat, and you can see it happen quickly, then guess what? That is a long-term sustainable result.
You're like, oh, I can keep doing this.
Yes. And so what happens? This is why I think it's important to have fast and noticeable results. Number 1 is that was just me dispelling the idea that fast is bad. All right. It's not bad. It's awesome. It's the best if you get into fat burning, fast weight loss is the best kind there is, because here's why. Have you ever tried losing weight and you were working hard? You were fighting the hunger every day. You were struggling with the willpower to stick with it. You were fighting the food gremlins in your mind that were constantly telling you that there was something in the pantry. That's me talking about me. There's something in the pantry calling out to you that you should eat.
They call out to you.
And guess what? You work so hard and maybe you stuck with everything for a month and you get on the scale and you go, 4 pounds.
Yeah.
4 pounds?
That's not motivating.
I worked that hard for a month for 4 pounds.
No.
And not only that, I can't even really tell.
Right.
Like, it doesn't look any different. No one can tell. Like, I can't even tell. No one else can tell. If the scale didn't say 4 pounds, I wouldn't even know it was 4 pounds. And it took me a month of fighting to get that. I'm out. I'm done. I'm going to go. If that's how it's going to work, I'm going back to eating Oreos, right? Like, I'm going to eat whatever
they're calling to you from the pantry.
Whatever was calling to me from the pantry, I'm going back, right? But here's the thing. When you get fast and noticeable results. So on Hope 30, we do something that is almost blasphemous in weight loss programs, which is we want you to weigh yourself every single day. Most programs are like, oh, don't do that. Oh, no, you don't want to do that. Oh, no. I want you to do that. And you know why? Because it is so incredibly motivating. People who do Hope 30 often lose like 5+ pounds in the first week.
Y'all, they fall in love with their scale. They don't think they're going to, but they do. You can love your scale.
So
I promise.
Do you drop those 5 pounds in that first week? Now, granted, that first 5 pounds is a lot of inflammatory, junky fluid, but it needed to go.
Yeah.
But guess what? You get to see that quick win. Like, whoa, 5 pounds. This is awesome. And then you make that shift into fat burning, and people get on that scale every day and they see that 0.5 pound of fat going down almost every day.
It's awesome.
Guess what? If you saw the scale going down 0.5 pound or going up, down, 2 pounds, up, down, 2 pounds, if you were to see that on your scale every day you were getting on it, how motivating would that be? how much easier is it to stick with something if you're getting the reward every morning when you get on the scale? You're getting the reward for what you just did.
Right.
And that is the reason why fast results are so important in a weight loss program, because it's the motivator. It's the thing that keeps you going, is that you get excited about your result and it makes you stick with it. Because here's what I'm going to tell you. If you would just stick with it for 30 days, that's why Hope 30 is only 30 days. We're not telling you that all of your weight loss dreams are only going to take 30 days.
Right.
But I will tell you that if you would just commit for 30 days, you will have so many wins stacked on so many wins that you could lose, as number of people who've done Hope 30, you could lose over 100 pounds and be incredibly successful, because that the excitement got you there. And here's the other thing. I can't tell you how many people lose weight and they go, nobody at work's noticed.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating when nobody else can tell.
Right.
Well, when
you need those cheerleaders in your life.
Yeah. And when you lose body fat, when you get into fat burning and you're losing those sticks of butter, 4 sticks of butter is 1 pound.
That's right.
Of body fat off your body. Think about that. Like right here, Tammy has lost 50 pounds.
Woohoo!
All right. That is 200 sticks of butter.
Y'all really think about that. Really visualize 200 sticks of butter
all over your body.
Unbelievable.
She did measurements before and after. She has lost 47 total inches.
Amazing.
All right.
Yes.
Now, clearly that was not in 30 days, but guess what? She lost like 20 pounds in the first 30 days.
Well, that'll keep you going.
And that's fast and noticeable results. And that became the launching pad to this entire remarkable health transformation you can see on the screen right now.
Yeah, look how happy she is.
So number one, it needs to be simple and easy to follow. Number two, your program needs to be customizable and individualized to you. And in Hope 30, we definitely have this adaptive response eating style. Number three, you have to have fast and noticeable results, because that is the motivator. That is the key that keeps you on track and makes you keep doing it. It's your reward for your hard work. And guess what? The average person in Hope 30, we've done it over 4,000 people. The average is like 14.9 pounds in 30 days. Yeah. The most recent round, the average for the whole group was 15.2 pounds. All right. That is what you can expect to lose, averaging, like I like to say 12 to 20, right? Now, did we have a bunch of people lose 22, 23, 24 pounds? Absolutely.
Yes.
But just imagine 12 to 20.
There you go.
And so if you're 5 foot tall, maybe you lose 12.
Yeah.
If you're a 6'4" dude, you probably lose 25. All right.
I'm 5'3" and I lost 17. Woohoo!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Vertically challenged.
Yes. And so these are the kinds of things, those are the fast and noticeable results that you will get with Hope 30. And that's one of the reasons why I think Hope 30 is the best weight loss program out there. And if you look along the bottom, scrolling across the bottom, if you want to join us in our next round, the cutoff for signups for our next round is this coming Friday night at midnight.
Which is not tomorrow, but the next day.
So please, if you are interested, go over to Hope, spell out the word 30.com. You can sign up right now.
Don't leave yet. We've got 2 more slides.
Yeah, 2 more slides. So those are the first 3 keys. Key number 4, it's got to be sustainable. Yes. No one ever said, I can't wait to lose 50 pounds so that I can gain back 60 pounds. Right? No, that's no one. Why would
this is the most important right now in the world we're living in to me. I mean, I love everything else, but this to me, what is the point? I mean, there are so many choices out there. This is what's so important to me, is that this lasts forever. And you can tell them why, but this is just, sorry, I had to jump in. It overcame me, but it is so, so important to me that people work so, so hard to get the weight off, whatever you have chosen. And so many, if not all other programs that don't talk about what he's going to talk about, it all comes back. It all comes back.
Right. So what we want to do, we want to make the fourth key to weight loss and a successful weight loss program for you is that it has to be sustainable. Right? Because again, who wants to lose 50 pounds to gain 50 or 60 pounds back? So it has to be something that you can do for life. Now, the problem becomes is if your program is based on, and I just want to tell everybody, this is no judgment.
No.
Because first of all, because just about everything I'm going to mention, I've done.
Yes.
So this is how I know that it's not sustainable, because I've done all of it. All right. But if your program is based on bars, if your program is going to be, it was based on shakes, if the programs you've done in the past, if they were based on shots, if they're based on drinks, pills, frankenfoods, like pre-made, pre-packaged foods. Here's the thing. The second that you stop getting the shots, the second you stop eating the bars and the shakes, the second you stop eating the prepackaged foods, what do you think's going to happen to your weight when all that stuff happens, right?
Yeah.
Listen, keeping weight off is a struggle enough.
Yes.
With life happening all around you.
It's true.
Right? We all have horrible things that happen in our families and our lives, and we just say to heck with it, and
bring on the Oreo.
And we stress eat, and we eat our feelings. And listen, we understand that. But so many times our entire program was based on make-believe foods and all these things. And the second you quit buying them, you're going to gain all the weight back. All right? The second the shots go away, the bars go away, everything goes away, you're going to gain all the weight back. Or you have. And guess what? That's not your fault. All right? Because that is an unsustainable lifestyle. Because here's the thing. At some point in your life, you may not have access to those shots, whether it be financially or they may go away, or we don't know. At some point in your life, those bars and those shakes, guess what? If you go to a dinner out with friends, what are you going to eat? You don't know, because you've been eating bars and shakes, or you've been eating these prepackaged foods that were this big and tasted like cardboard, and now you're out at a fancy restaurant and you're like,
there's no microwave in your purse.
And you're like, yes, I do want the 2 pounds of spaghetti, right? Like, you're like, I don't know.
It's true.
What am I supposed to do?
Right.
And so the point is that none of these programs before that you've done really have a long-term sustainable eating style that not only can help you continue to lose the weight you want, but really to keep it off long-term, because they're all based on like make-believe foods. All right.
Yes.
That you cannot get at a restaurant, that you cannot buy at the grocery store, that if you go to a wedding, can't eat it there. If a friend invites you to a party at their house, can't do it there. If you're at a tailgate for a football game, if you're at a cookout at someone's house, you can't do any of this there, because you're based on fake foods. So guess what? In Hope 30, we base everything. It is incredibly sustainable because everything that we did is based on eating real food. All right? Real food that you can get at the real grocery store.
Yes.
And when I say real grocery store, I sort of say it joking, because I want everyone to know I did not grow up and am still not a sophisticated food person.
Right. We're not foodies.
Like, I know people that are like, oh, well, I soaked my this and I
enjoy it though. That's their passion.
And I sprouted my this, and like they know all the cool things.
Yes.
Not me. Like everything I ate as a kid, you could make in a black iron skillet with oil, with Crisco, right? Like, so
that's a recipe for health right there.
That's the level of sophistication in food that I had. So you don't even have to go to the frou-frou grocery store for your groceries. You can go to the regular grocery store and you can get meats and vegetables and healthy foods that you buy on the outside of the grocery store. And you're going to learn how to eat it in a way that you can do it anywhere, because not only can you eat this way at home, but you can go to a nice restaurant out with friends, and you'll know exactly what to eat to continue to lose weight and keep your weight off long term. You're going to be able to go to weddings and go, I know, you know what? I had the 3 choices. I could pick the fish or the lasagna, or I'm picking. I know exactly what to pick. I know what I'm not going to eat that's on my plate. And you can do all of that.
Well, this is really, really important because I like to go out to lunch with friends, and I'm sure you do too. And we lived through a time frame when we couldn't be social, we couldn't go out. And when we came out of that time frame, we want to be social. We want to be with friends. We want to go to lunch. We want to go to dinners. And what are you going to eat if your friends invite you out? What do we always say? Oh, I can't. I'm on a diet. Oh, I don't want to go to that. I'm on a diet. And I don't want you to turn it down. We don't want you to turn down opportunities for fellowship and community. Okay. That's what's so important. So that's the number one part, is that you can be able to do this with anyone, anywhere. But the second part, the regular grocery store, is that all those other things cost money. Okay. They cost a lot of money. This is groceries. This is just shopping at the store, learning how to eat, what to eat, and cooking it for your family. You know, if you're on a special weight loss plan and you're eating your microwavable meals that apparently look really good on TV, but then they arrive and they're like this big and cardboard, you know, it's not exactly truth in advertising what you saw on the TV, and you're like, okay, you're going to eat that, but the rest of the family, you've got to cook for them. And you know, this, everyone in the family can eat. That's what we hear from Hopesters, is that my kids loved the recipes that we were eating because it was just real food. Everybody was on the same plan because it wasn't a plan. It was just amazing food.
Real
and
food.
That is sustainable.
And not only is it sustainable, but what do you do when you're like on vacation?
Oh, that,
right? Like,
yes.
how are you going to do it on vacation? If
right.
Are you going to travel with a blender and bags of bars and do all this? No, you on Hope 30.
Yes.
Because
this is important for right now.
Because it's real food.
Yes.
You can do it anywhere. You can do it on vacation. You can do it at the beach. You can do it, but also you can do it when you're traveling.
Yes.
So we actually have something. It's how to eat on the road.
Yes.
The Hope 30 way. The best choices from 10 of the top fast food restaurants in the USA. This is our, we call it our drive-through cheat sheet.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It just allows you, like, listen, are we saying that going through the drive-through at Wendy's is going to always be, is that like the top choices of everything? Probably not. But guess what?
But do we have to sometimes?
Yeah.
Yes.
But if we're going to go through there because we're on a trip, we can still eat sort of the Hope 30 way and still continue to lose weight and still manage our weight and keep it off long term because we know exactly what to get when we go there.
Yeah.
And that's an incredibly helpful tool that you get as part of the Hope 30 family.
A great example of how you can do it anywhere.
Now, key number 5, and this might be one of
this is your
I overlook it, but it's also maybe one of the most important ones.
Yes.
Is that if you want to be really successful in your weight loss, you need to feel connected, seen, and heard. Listen, every weight loss program I tried to do before Hope 30, I was on my own. So I would read a book, sounded really cool, and I would try to do it. And you know what? For a week or two, I did okay. But then guess what? I felt lonely.
Right.
I felt all by myself because I was the only one doing it. There was no one else I was doing it with. I didn't have anyone to help me. And I was just like,
And you're like, nobody's going to know if I don't do it.
Correct. Nobody, and then you just,
nobody cares. Nobody's going to know.
And so you just,
if I sneak this,
you just fall off. And listen, so I know there's a million apps and books and a million other things like that out there. But you know what? It feels lonely. And I want you all to know that Hope 30 came out of COVID.
Right.
It came during a time when we were all completely isolated from everybody. And this new technology called Zoom came out. And it gave us a chance.
Can you imagine life before Zoom?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Right. But it gave us the chance to connect with people again. And we decided to use the Zoom to be able to connect people all across this country, in Canada, in France, all over the world, really, but especially here in the US and Canada, that like, and family members doing it in somewhere in Virginia, somewhere in California, somewhere in Minnesota, somewhere in Texas. And these family members got to see each other every night on Zoom.
It was amazing.
While we were all losing weight together.
Yep.
And so
miraculous.
So this problem of feeling connected and seen and heard is a problem I think we all experience when we're trying to do great things. Sometimes you just feel like you're alone and that there's nobody there with you. Well, Hope 30, we completely fix that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So number one, when you are following Hope 30, we call this the guide and the tribe.
Yes.
All right. If you're gonna be successful, you need a guide and you need a tribe. So when you're doing this, you are not alone. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have someone there to help guide you through the entire process. You have a team of people helping you individually. If you have any concern, again, an adaptive response eating style. Yes. You're doing it for a week and then you say, hey, this is what's going on with me. And then I reach back out to you and tell you, okay, I want you to do this. I want you to do this, change this, do this. Yeah. Right? So you have access to a guide that's going to help you. You could be like, oh, I'm feeling this way in the mornings. Oh, that's probably because of this. Do this, do this other thing. Do this coaching
daily
tip.
Yeah.
And so you have this type of direct access daily. So number one, you don't feel lost because you have a guide. All right. But then you also don't feel alone. Right. All right. Because every single night during the 30 days, we have a live Zoom call with everybody that's doing Hope 30 with you. So guess what? You could have 100 other people on that Zoom with you that night. And that is your tribe. That is your crew. That is the whole group. And guess what? If you just did day one, guess what they just did?
They did day one too.
They just did day one. So they're on the same day as you. They just did exactly what you did. And they probably felt a lot of the same things that you felt.
Yep.
And then guess what? On day 2 and day 3. And so you guys you're all together going through this while you're getting coached every single night on what's going on in your body. Why are you feeling that way? Why, if you feel this, it's a great thing. We have our first week, we have a lot of things. We call it awesomeness in disguise, like all these amazing things that are happening in your body. And we want to talk about them. So you have these nightly Zooms to teach you and coach you, and then also just connect. And so that you're seen.
That's right.
You're seen in that group.
Yes.
We know you're there. Yes. You can communicate with us directly, both during the day through email or literally live on the Zoom call. You can ask questions. You can communicate. It's amazing. But then there's a third piece, and this is one of the coolest pieces, that's where you really get to hang with the guide and the tribe all together. But then there's just like the tribe. And that is you and all of the other Hopesters doing Hope 30 right along with you, right? We have a private Facebook group, and inside of there, I mean, it is people sharing recipes, people sharing their successes. Hey, down 2 pounds this morning. And then
people sharing menus. Hey, I'm going to this restaurant. What do you think I should eat on here? It's like you said, the recipes and the food, it's trips, and it's all sorts of, I'm up, I'm down, I'm this. And it's total access during the day with a coach in the Facebook group to help you. Oh, I found this product at the store. What do you think? Can I use it? Is it good? Is it bad? And live right then you get answers all day long.
Yes. And so being part of that community where when you list a success for yourself, that 14 other people come in right behind it and are like, wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. It's a place where you get to support other people, but then they also are kind of supporting you and cheering you on. It's the ultimate sort of love fest in weight loss.
Yes.
For some reason, I don't understand how it's worked out, but over the thousands of people that have done Hope 30, we've not had one bad apple. No. Like everybody who's done it has been so incredibly positive and cheering on other people on their journey. And so it's such a supportive and in loving community of people all trying to accomplish the same thing. And they're so excited for you when you do it. So let's just recap real quick.
Okay.
What are the 5 main things that you need to have fast, fun, and sustainable weight loss? Key number 1 is it's got to be simple and easy to follow. And listen, Hope 30 does that like nobody else. We have 3 lists, and you're going to pick meat, vegetable, fruit, lunch, dinner.
Done.
Easy. You don't need to do any advanced math or anything, right? No thinking. Just do that.
I can do
for
that.
30 days, and you're going to be super successful.
Yes.
Number one, it has to be customized and individualized to each person. So again, how do we do that in Hope 30 with so many people doing it all at the same time? Well, you're going to reach out to me after you start the program, and you can be like, hey, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. These are the metabolic. I've got a thyroid problem, and I've got adrenal dysfunction, and I have super adrenal fatigue, or I just got over a virus, or my doctor just put me on a steroid.
Yes.
And we will adapt the eating style and your program to match up with you specifically. Oh, I'm plateaued. Okay, do this. And that adaptive response eating style makes it customized and individualized to each one of you so that you maximize your results and your success. You have to have fast and noticeable results. It's so tough to stick with something that's not going. That's not if you don't feel like you're moving the needle, it's too hard. So fast and noticeable results. Hope 30, we want you to get on the scale every day. Watch you lose at least a half a pound every day. The average over 30 days, over 4,000 people, is 14.9 pounds for Hope 30. You can be one of those people.
You will love your scale.
Yes, you can sign up now. And it has to be sustainable.
This is key.
Don't lose.
They're all keys, but this is key.
Don't lose the weight to gain it all back, right? And so what are you going to do if you're going out with friends? What are you going to do if you're going to a wedding? What if you're going to do if you're going on vacation? Well, Hope 30 is real food bought at the real grocery store that you can eat like regular human beings in your house. The whole family can eat this way. People are like, well, what is my family going to eat? Healthy, real food.
Yeah, it's
right?
amazing. Actually, we're all going to eat the same thing.
Let's think about this. Just eat real food.
It's such a crazy concept.
Such a cool idea, right?
Yeah.
So that's what makes it sustainable, because you can do it anywhere. You can even do it going through the drive-through. We have a drive-through cheat sheet to help you continue on. And number 5, you must feel connected, seen, and heard. And we do that with our guide and our tribe. We are going to guide you in Hope 30 every single step of the way. And we have 30 nightly Zooms where we guide you, and the whole tribe is there together. And then you have a private Facebook group with just all of the people doing your round of Hope 30, to where you guys can cheer each other on and connect and grow in this weight loss and health transformation. And that is what makes those are the top 5 keys to a fast, fun, and sustainable weight loss program. And those are really what Hope 30 was built on. Once we discovered these, we built a program 100% based on those 5 keys. And that's what Hope 30 is. It's why it is spreading all across the country. If you haven't heard about it, if you don't know somebody who's done it, that's surprising, but you will very soon. And you know what? Maybe you're the person who is supposed to be the person who does it. That's right. And once you do it, guess what? People will come from miles around to watch you burn. Yeah. Like people get so excited. I just had a phone call. At the end of every 30 days, everybody who does Hope 30 has a chance to have like a 15-minute phone consultation with me. And I talked to somebody this morning, and they were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And they told me how much weight they lost. It was over 20 pounds.
Whoa.
And her husband did as well.
Oh my gosh. 40 in the household.
And I'm fairly certain that they went to a wedding.
Oh, wow.
And 3 people from the wedding are going to be in our next group.
That's all right. Cool.
Because guess what? They said that everybody was just like, wow, you guys look fantastic. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And of course, they got such great results. They were very excited
be the inspiration
to refer us. So just think, you could be the catalyst that starts a health transformation in your church. You could be, because listen, I believe that you are here for a reason. I believe that God put you on this planet for a purpose, and that we cannot fulfill our purpose if we're tired, if we feel inflamed, and we're overweight and just don't feel good, right?
Yeah.
And so I believe that I want this to spread through every church on the planet, because I want to help all the people on a mission for God. I want to help you be there to be able to do your mission, right?
Yes.
So maybe you're that person at your church. You do it, and all of a sudden everybody goes, wow, what did you do? And maybe everybody in your church does it. And now you have a healthier church family. Maybe you're the first person at your house who does it, and you do it. And then your spouse is like, wow, you look amazing. You really, you look healthier. You're going to live forever. You're going to outlive me. Well, I think I'm going to do it, right?
Make it a competition.
So maybe you become the catalyst that makes a change for somebody else. You know what? Maybe that's your role in this, is that you start the wave in your town, right?
Yep,
and
you can do it.
And that's what I hope you'll do, all right? So if you just know that the deadline is approaching quickly. So please go sign up for the next round of Hope 30. It just go to Hope and you spell out the word 30. It's scrolling across your screen, hope30.com. And you can read and learn all about the program. We have tons of testimonials on there of other people who've done the program. And then you just click, yes, sign me up.
Yep.
And you can sign up right from there, and you'll get a note and an email right after that.
Yes. And so what you do right now, we thank everybody who's watching us to the very end. If you like what you've heard, if you've never experienced anything like this before, if you've tried all the programs that we've talked about, we are different. Hope 30 is different. The people that are in this group are now our family. They are supported and loved. And like this last slide says, connected, seen, and heard. And if you've not experienced that through a weight loss or a metabolic transformation or a weight loss clinic or an app or a book or anything like that, then we want you to go to hope30.com and just take a look and read more of the stories. Go in our Facebook page or YouTube and watch the video from last night, which are more stories of hopesters. We want you to choose you, okay? Right now, choose you. You can do this, and we're here to help. So the minute that you click that button, we'll take everything from there and handle it. So thank you for watching us tonight. We'll be going live. Bring your friends. Share this. If you're like, I have a friend that really needs to hear about this or see this, go ahead, share it. Spread the news of this 5 keys. A lot of programs have 1 or 2, but they don't have all 5. And so it's really important. It's very, very special. So join us. We would love to see you on the first Zoom Sunday night. That's right, everybody. So just like I tell my son every day before he goes to school, be your very best today. Hashtag never quit. And I believe that God wants the very, very best for you. The day you believe that could change your life forever. Have an awesome night. Good night, you guys. Have a good night.